Hey, hey,
How you doing?
how you doing? Listen, we made it, Royaire. We
Honey.
made it to the end of next gen NYC. And all I could say is I loved it. I
Oh my
was here for
God.
every single minute of this show. Today, y'all, we're just doing what is it? Season one, episode 7, and
Mhm.
we're going to do the final episode tomorrow. But I didn't hear nothing about a reunion. We needed a reunion.
We definitely needed a reunion. I don't know how everybody else fared out on the show, if you know what I mean. I don't know where Charlie ended up, whether or not he would have showed up or not. I don't know, as far as Georgia and things, how kind of things ended out with her. I
Mhm.
don't know. So maybe that's why we didn't. But if we remember back in the earlier years, when we first got New York, when we first got Atlanta, most of those shows did not have reunions until their second season. Um, I know Atlanta did do a reunion their first season, but I think they did it right as the second season was getting ready to start. They didn't do it like right after. But
Mhm.
maybe we'll, I don't know. I don't know. But this has been one of the best shows that Bravo has done in a very, very long time. As a matter of fact, it has been announced that Next Gen NYC season premiere drew 5.4 million viewers, and it has become the most watched series launched ever.
That's well, that you know what that means. All of them should be getting a raise. All of them should be getting a raise next season. For
Yes, they
real,
put
for
the work
real.
in. They
Yeah.
definitely put
What
the
did
work
they put
in.
the work in?
They
They
put
did
the
the
work
darn thing.
in. They came through. They said what needed to be said. And you
Mhm.
know what? My favorite thing about it overall, together, Diva,
What?
this was authentic, real life reality.
Woo!
Like real stuff going on. We
One
wasn't
hundred
making up
percent.
stuff. We wasn't making up friendships and falling out.
Yeah.
They genuinely came on as individual groups on this show. They didn't really do like the whole friend. This is my friend or introducing my like. Mm-mm, because I think some people have passed with one another, such as Riley and Ariana. It was easy for them to make a connection and truly build off of the relationship that they have had in the past. And I think that's the core value in these reality TV shows. You have to have real friendships that have come from somewhere. You just can't be bringing people on to bring them and add them into the group. You've got to have real relationships established. Everybody had a real relationship. Georgia and Charlie were connected. They brought to one another. Gia and Meredith Brooks were connected. Everybody was somehow connected to one another and then came together and made this conglomerate of a cast, which everybody did an amazing job this season, including Charlie with all his foolishness and drama. So hats off to everybody. Excellent, excellent job.
Yes, yes, yes. I totally agree with you. Great show. And I think, like you said, because it's authentic,
Yes.
right? It's not a whole bunch of made up stuff and all of that, whatever the case may be. And but we're gonna get into it because I do think they hit the bottle too much, but you know.
They have truly followed in the footsteps of their parents.
Mm,
Except for Riley. Riley's the only one. I take it she fell in the footsteps of Mama Joyce because we know Candy does not drink.
right.
Uh, she's got Mama Joyce in her for sure. But I guess we can go ahead and jump into this. You ready?
I'm ready.
Alrighty, well, before we get into it, we are live on both channels, so make sure you hit the like button on Royaire's World and Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. Make sure you subscribe and share this live. Let the people know we are recapping episode 7, season 1 of Next Gen NYC Sure Losers. Okay,
Mm.
so we are still on Brooks's birthday trip. Okay, we all came to the Jersey Shore for Brooks to celebrate Brooks' birthday. And um, the night before, there was some drama between all of the ladies, pretty much. Riley, Ariana, Gia, Georgia. There was this bit of beef because Ariana and Gia were just acting very chummy with Charlie. We are all in good, we kikiing, hee-heeing. And Georgia was very confused because just in the car ride on the way here, Ariana had a problem with Charlie. Gia was getting into Charlie's behind. Emira wanted Georgia to give this apology to Charlie, or to receive this apology from Charlie, have a conversation, and it just all went left. Okay, so Ariana and Riley, Gia, Riley, and Ariana were going back and forth at the table, over Charlie. Georgia feels that everybody's being fake. 1 second you say you're not cool with Charlie and you don't like what he did. The next second you're trying to be all chummy and cool with him. And Riley had to remember, did we forget that this is the same guy that said that he would slap Georgia in the face if he was a man? Everybody must have seen or forgot that, but nobody had an issue with it, okay? So going on into the next morning, everybody wakes up and they kind of have that aftermind of like, oh my God, what happened last night, okay? So everybody stayed at the house except for Georgia and her boyfriend. They stayed at the hotel where they enjoyed, the drinks in the casino. Brooks and Amari were up first. They were sharing conversation about this shark app that they've downloaded. They found, they're scared to get in the water because of these sharks. And so they have this shark conversation.
Why do I love Brooks? I don't want to cut you off, but why do I freaking love Brooks? He's so
They're having a conversation about their sharks. He's got an electric fly swatter that he done brought from home. I'm like, sorry.
I don't know. I
hilarious. I would do something like that too, because I hate bugs, Diva. Like with a passion. Like,
yeah, so do I.
I'm here for it. Brooks is always prepared. Okay, so Ava and Brooks, they are texting. Ava saying that she will not make it to Brooks' event, for his birthday. Unfortunately, she's been telling us that she has this Dolce and Gabbana event that she has to be at. So we'll see if she ever made it to it, because it was not in this episode. Like I said, Georgia has stayed at the casino with Omar. Ariana felt very bad about the aggressive way that her and Georgia had issues at the dinner table. Ariana has really grown to like Georgia, and it just didn't sit very comfortably with her, the fallout between the two of them. So she's talking to Hudson about that. And so she says that she wants to have a real genuine conversation with Georgia to kind of work things out between the two of them. Riley wakes up and she's talking to Georgia on the phone. Georgia says she's hungover. Riley didn't appreciate, the comments and the things that everybody was saying last night. It bothered her that Omar did not stick up for Georgia or say anything. And Riley said he couldn't be my man, but Riley was proud of Georgia for standing her ground, especially being stood up against everybody from this individual who said that they would slap you across the face if you was a man. Riley is not okay with the comments that Charlie made, so she's still confused on where everybody was coming from. Like I said, Brooks hate Brooks, so he brought out his fly swatter and he's going around trying to swat the flies and kill everything. And get it? Yes, he's just having his time. Gia's not feeling well when she woke up this morning. Hudson decided to chase Brooks around with the fly swatter in the kitchen. I mean, it was just a mess of a morning. Riley, she needs to go down and meet Georgia to bring Georgia some clothes because all of Georgia's clothes and luggage is still at the house. So she asks if anyone wants to go down to the, poolside with her. Everybody decided that they'd rather go sit by the beach. Ariana's not really ready to have that conversation with Georgia yet, so she's going to the beach. So everybody else is going to the beach. Riley is going to the hotel, to the Cabana, to sit with Georgia. So anything on that?
It was cute little opening scenes, the end scene with the dinner. I feel for Riley in the sense that everything she does seems to be under a microscope. Now, let's be clear. Riley got some stuff she needs to get together too. But Riley keeps admitting to, and we'll hear it later on, to the fact that she help me out. That she
her
gets
delivery is not well.
Well, the delivery is not well, but also that she gets bad anxiety.
Yes.
I'm feeling like perhaps maybe she needs to find a better coping mechanism for that. because I feel like that she is using the alcohol to kind of offset her anxiety. And I think it is too much, right? I'm not liking what I'm seeing with this and her and the alcohol and her not remembering and all of that kind of stuff. It's just a bit too much. Now, do I think she has no filter? No, she does not. I know some people like that. She has no filter because when she told Georgia that it was not a good idea, um, that she, opened this, bowling alley club thing. It was messy, but anyway, so I like the opening scenes, and I thought it was nice of Riley. I mean, she couldn't get nobody to go with her to the hotel and be under the cabana, but I think it was nice of her to go over there, to see about Georgia and to help Georgia out. So yeah.
I thought that was nice. I also love the way that Ariana was reflective about her behavior the previous night. She really thought about, the things that went down and what she said. And it's nice to see that people are still thinking and considering the way that they reacted and, being able to take accountability for the part that they played. So I'm really loving the growth that we have seen in Ariana throughout, the years and just throughout the season as we are going forward. So I thought that was super nice as well. Like you said, I love Brooks. I love Emira. They are just two peas in a pod, super cute, super funny. It was just, like you said, a great opening scene. So I agree with all of that. So, Georgia decides to call Omar on the phone. Georgia called, to check on Omar to make sure he made it back to New York for work. Omar was very embarrassed from the group at the previous night. He's a little bit older. He's used to a little bit more. he a little snooty for you, Diva.
Yeah. Child. Talking about he embarrassed. Child, I was like, all right, Omar.
Listen, the scammer is a professional businessman, allegedly. Okay.
Okay.
But he did feel that he was in a position where as a man it wouldn't be appropriate to jump in in women's business, and he also feels that he does need to have a conversation with Charlie in regards to the comment that he made towards Georgia. He feels like that's his girlfriend and you will not disrespect his girlfriend.
Period.
So that was that little scene. In the next scene, we have Ava. She's getting her nails done. She had a cockroach in her apartment, supposedly. So she was dealing with roaches.
You stupid.
She was that's what she said. I'm just telling you what she said. She's FaceTiming her dad, talking about, this whole birthday party and talking about going to the Hamptons and, she wants to become a model in NYC. And so in order to do that, she needs to take this opportunity serious. But as we already know, dad is trying to push her into the slutty vegan restaurant to get her to run the business for that. So that was that little scene there. And then I'll do this little scene as well. Georgia and Riley. Riley finally arrives to the hotel. Omar has money, okay? And he taking care of Georgia. Got her a nice little penthouse suite. Had his own little living room, own room, little kitchenette area. I mean, it was beautiful, okay? Riley is supposed to be bringing Georgia clothes, but obviously Riley forgot the clothes,
She had one assignment. She had one assignment, Royaire. I was like, not you forgot the clothes.
Not you forgot my clothes, girl. Like, what did you even come for?
Child. I was just like,
they go out to a pool cabana. Riley has bad anxiety, which you've already kind of spoken about. Yeah. And she, it makes her have these daily shakes sometimes where the nerves and the anxiety just overwhelm her. Georgia says, when she's hungover, that's the only time she gets the shakes. Georgia really likes Riley. She said that her and Riley have really built a good friendship. They've learned a lot about one another. And, she's glad that she's taken the opportunity to get to know Riley because Riley has been a great friend to her. Georgia also loves Ariana as well, but she hates that they got into it. She's very confused about that situation. So she does have a little, confusion about that as well and wants them to get back into a better place as well. And then Riley was also confused and unsure why Emira was very standoffish with the group as well. So it's a lot going on with the friendship group. It's a lot.
It's a lot going on, a whole lot going on.
So your thoughts on those 3 scenes?
Well, so wait, okay, so what's the name? Georgia and Omar, yes, because they said that was the high roller suite. He got money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, something's going on allegedly, because we're gonna see some wild stuff go on next week when we do it tomorrow for the last episode with Omar. And I almost feel like, well, Omar, everything they were saying about him is gonna kind of come true. So I thought it was sweet of Riley going over there to kind of be with her, but Riley forgot the clothes, and that's why I'm just concerned about Riley and this drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Because you literally just had one thing to do. You was going over there to bring the clothes and to hang out with her. And you forgot the clothes. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Their little time together and them going on in the cabana and them talking was really cute. But again, Riley, early in the morning, I'm taking it like it was early. She was ordering drinks.
Her and Georgia.
Yeah, and she's only 21 and she knows the names of these drinks very well. And she was like, I thought she was getting us mimosas and you done popped the champagne. I was like, yo, this is it's too much for me or whatever. Omar with his nose in the air and and him leaving and not saying anything. I do agree with this. I do agree that men should not get into business like that. But at the same time, I feel like he could have supported Georgia just a little bit more, right? Like kind of shown a little more support for that. Other than that, Ava getting her nails done and talking to her dad. As I stated, everybody did well this season. And I do think they all should get a raise. I don't... Like every time we see Ava, she in the street somewhere.
Now you in the streets talking about your infested roach house. Girl, go back to LA with your mama. Just go back to LA with your mama.
Please and thank you. Getting your nails done, walking out, about to go somewhere, and then the next time we see her dad back in the rest. I'm like, I don't know. Like, but my thing is, what about the dad's house? Couldn't Ava film in Dame Dash house? Is he homeless too?
Obviously, he owe everybody money. So
and I'm like, y'all have no house to film in. This is sad.
It's giving Portia.
Listen, no, but Portia was able to go to Mama's house. Portia was able to go to Mama's house. I don't know. I'm just like, I can't get to know Ava because every time we see her, she's in the streets. And then allegedly, we're going to see later, allegedly she was talking to, what's his name? Charlie called her and she put her hand up because she was in the shower. I'm like, is she at the homeless shelter in the shower? Like, is it a shared shower? Like, this is stupid.
Not down at the Salvation Army, honey.
Okay. I can't deal with Ava, but when she come back, I'm here for it. But at the same time, I hope if she comes back, she was able to utilize her check to secure a home.
Yeah, we need Ava. Well, according to the podcast that I listened to, was Humble Brag.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a LA.
I saw that another one is coming out.
Okay.
But they got big shoes to follow.
Yes. Well, it's a possibility it's a possibility that we'll see Cynthia's daughter on there.
On the LA one?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Her daughter lives in LA.
Yeah. But she didn't want to do the New York one.
She doesn't live because she didn't live in. She would have had to move to New York, and she, Mm-mm.
I thought Cynthia said she just didn't want to do that. She didn't want to do the reality TV.
Well, according to what Cynthia's saying now, it's a possibility that she'll be on LA. I really think that she just did not want to move to New York. I mean,
what's her daughter's name again?
I was trying to sit here and think of it. And it's art.
We'll figure it out. But come on, girl.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if she's gonna be on the LA one, she's gonna be on the LA one. We'll see how she does.
Noelle.
Yeah.
Yes. So everybody is headed out to the boat now. Okay. There's a little boat.
Look at Raheem no start. Oh my God! Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We gonna put Ava on the sick and shut in list.
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
she
on the GoFundMe.
She did.
Start a GoFundMe for Ava's apartment. We cannot.
I told you we need to start GoFundMe accounts.
I know, but listen, we are not getting her no $10,000 a month.
Oh no.
She gonna have, you know what she's gonna have to do? They all kind of, well, Riley lives in Brooklyn and what's name live in Jersey. So you know what? She can just get an apartment in the Bronx. It's still New York.
We're gonna get her some Section 8.
Now you done took it down to Section 8. Now go down to the social services.
We already used to the roaches and stuff. So
oh God. Oh Jesus! Now we got social services, so she can get on the list. She got to get on the list.
She got to get on the list.
She got to get on the subsidized housing list.
That'll help her save her money, so she can, do better in the future.
Oh my God! Okay.
So, everybody has gone on to the boating excursion except for Riley and Georgia. They're still at the Hotel Cabana. Mm-hmm. Gia and Christian, they have decided to do a little tubing. Have you ever done tubing before?
No, I told you I can't swim. I'm not doing no tubing. I would have been more.
Riley on the sidelines. I'll give anybody $1,000
with my phone. Listen, I would have been at the Cabana with Georgia and Riley. Riley would have had somebody to go with her because I sure would have been like, no, I ain't going to do it. Child, no, I'm scared.
That is hilarious. Okay, so they did some tubing. Brooks and Kevin, they are here together as well. They did a little tubing excursion as well. Mm-hmm. Ariana was still sad about last night's happening, so she's still kind of reflecting on that and talking about that as well. Amara, she was not pleased with the way that Georgia talked about her food choice as far as eating a burger. And, Georgia also made a comment about this Ozempic situation.
Child. You know what I can't take, Royaire, is getting over stuff.
Child, so sensitive.
So sensitive.
My girl, you don't know. It's okay.
Is she on Ozempic?
Well,
the comment was wrong. The comment was wrong, but
but the way she was so offended about it, you got to be on Ozempic because if you wasn't on it, you wouldn't have been offended about it. Like,
that's true. Yeah.
What was the issue?
Yeah.
So, Amari, she's pissed about that. Let's see. Charlie, he does not desire to be married. They're having conversation about marriage and children and all of that. As we have already been told by Brooks definitely wants to be married. He would desire to marry Kevin and he wants to have kids. And so that's his year plan that he's still working on. By their year anniversary, he would like to be proposed to and headed down the aisle, which is a beautiful thing. Shout out to Brooks and his boo. Riley and Ava, they finally arrive over to the beach area. Everybody is getting ready to get off the boat and head out. Riley trips down the dock, honey, and drops her phone in the water. When I tell you, I cracked up laughing because Diva, the way it just all happened, it was
It was like trip, trip, boop, 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 boop. And next thing you know, it was in the water. Child.
Oh my God. So, Riley said, she's freaking out. She's like, oh my God, I dropped my phone in the water. Brooks is trying to call a phone that's in the water. So I was like, these kids are just something else. So Riley says, I'll give $1,000 to anybody who'll jump in and find my phone. And guess who raised their hand immediately?
Charlie.
Okay, then. Charlie said he'll do it for $1,000. So, he jumped in as well as Georgia. Georgia jumped in to help out as well. Unfortunately,
hold on, Royaire. Georgia legit didn't have no clothes.
No clothes. Still on her roll.
What was her clothes that she had on like at the dinner? She could have just put that back on.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Did you come naked in a robe? The hotel robe with the hotel slippers.
Oh my God.
I was like, yo, they bugging. They bugging.
They talking about
all the way to the top. They taking the show all the way to the top.
Riley, can you cover me up while I check what I
And I think, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I think Riley was toasty.
Listen.
I think Riley was toasty. She was lit. So here go Riley. Here go Riley. Georgia puts on that t-shirt and Gia was embarrassed.
It was like, what are we doing? This is so ghetto. This is just, what are we doing? This is the Jersey Shore. Why are we doing this? Like, I was like, Gia, girl, your mama has flipped tables. If anybody should be embarrassed, it's you.
We had a fight at the christening. Remember that christening or whatever? Yeah, come on.
Girl.
Yeah. Don't let's not be embarrassed. Like,
let's not. Yeah. So, Riley, Ariana, everybody else went ahead and left. Riley, Ariana, they stayed behind and did the obstacle on the side of the excursion and everything. And that was hilarious. Riley couldn't stay stood up for nothing. I mean, Riley slipped and fell at every which way and turned. All of that behind, all in the air.
Hilarious.
Yes. So I'll throw this in here as well. Ava, she's back at Slutty Vegan, okay? Now see, and this was my confusion. Now, you're supposed to be going to this event. When are you going? If you had the time to go down to the Slutty Vegan, you didn't have time to go on up to the Jersey Shore to support your friend, Charlie?
Yeah, child.
Ava appreciates that Brooks was understanding that she was not going to be able to make it. Ava also respects that Brooks understands that she's trying to hustle and get her money on. Ava truly looks up to Brooks because he has his own business. He's doing his own thing in the fashion industry. And so Ava strives to be on that same playing field with Brooks. So I guess we'll see how that turns out. So we could talk about those two scenes because we're up on our last scene now.
Okay. I thought it was hilarious, right? Riley coming, to meet them with Georgia. Georgia literally had no clothes. Mm-hmm. That phone went in the water, and how they was just like, wait, you got two phones? She said her phone, the one that went in the water, had the better service. I said, yo, Candy and Mama Joy spoiled her.
And y'all up here arguing about privilege. Girl.
Yeah, she has no concept about money. She was just because she was right. It flew out her mouth so easy. I'll give you $1,000. Who gonna jump in there and get my phone? First of all, Royaire, the phone wouldn't have worked afterwards anyway.
Anyway, so what does it matter?
Because she was lit. She was lit. Okay. They showed us the one drink at the hotel, but I'm sure it was several that came after. Mm-hmm. Anywho, that was hilarious to me. Absolutely hilarious. And how Charlie was like right away. And then in her confessional, how she said, well, now I know I'm never going to get my money back if he was willing.
She did say that. Oh my God.
Well, I was like, they know how, and listen, Riley and Ariana, they was paying attention because they know how to do them in confessionals, and Gia too, and Brooks too.
Yes,
all of the housewives' kids, they slam dunk the confessionals. Okay, mm-hmm. So that was that. But that obstacle course, when Riley kept falling, Royaire, I was in my house in tears. I could not stop laughing. And Ariana said, "Girl, this ain't for you." She kept busting her butt. They show her she fell in the water. She slid back.
She went into that water at the end. I was weak. I said with all her butt, just like her mama.
Ooh, child. I died. It was so funny to me. You know, and that pretty much was it. You know, with the anxiety thing, I'm feeling for her. I'm feeling for her because anxiety is real for people. Like, do you know what I mean?
I do, and I think it's heightened in this situation because Riley is, unfortunately, and I hate to say this, she is the only Black girl on this show, for real, for real.
Yeah.
And it puts her in a position, you know, as Black people, Diva, we're always taught, you know, to be respectful, to be kind, to be careful what you say, you know, while everybody else is taught, say what you mean and mean what you say, do what you want to do, act how you know, like, so it's this double standard that everybody holds her to, but nobody else holds that same double standard.
Yeah.
It could be pressuring to push you over the, I mean, it really can be. And I can see why maybe she would drink a little bit more just to calm those nerves, you know, not to say that that's the way to fix it, but you know, that has been the culture of the reality TV, is to drink your way through. And so I'll explain how I feel a little bit more about that in this next scene. We'll talk about that. But yeah, that was a lot. Georgia, like I said, I love the fact that she's willing to, you know, take accountability and see that maybe she played a part as well in her fallout with Ariana. I love the fact that they were able to all go together at the beach and have a good time on the little, you know, excursion. Gia, Gia is just, the more I experience her, the more I'm just not, she's putting a negative taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
She's just like, I feel like she tries to play just like this girl all the time, but then you try to be a part of all of the drama and try to stand up for everybody when that's not where you need to be.
Yeah,
she's very messy. But yeah, those are my thoughts on those two scenes. And, you know, I think it's nice that Ava does look up to Brooks. Brooks does have a lot going on with himself. He's running his mom's business. He's running his own business. You know, we'll see next week that he's pitching his idea to kind of branch off from his mom. So she has a good example to look up to for sure. Brooks is definitely doing his thing. And so, you know, if you're going to look up to somebody that's doing something.
Right. So, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So in this next scene, we have the final scene of the night. There's an Italian dinner being hosted at the beach house that they're all staying at. So everyone's getting ready for dinner, getting all dolled up and prepared. Charlie calls to check to see if Ava will make it. She's still in Manhattan, according to the location that he's seen on her phone. And Manhattan is not in the Hamptons, is it, Diva?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to check it, you know, because yeah. So Georgia and Ariana, they have a moment outside together. You know, as we've said, they had the little rough moment at dinner the other night, and so they both came together. They apologized to one another. They were able to see each other's sides. They hugged it out and they moved on. And Diva, they handled that better than what these housewives do as grown.
They sure did.
That is why this show is going to be successful. Because when you drag out stupid petty drama, it just gets old. It just does. And we can't always drag out every issue on a show. Like, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when to just walk away and let it go.
That part. And especially if you're going to sit there and you're going to talk about your wedding I didn't show up to. Now you got 3 kids and a husband.
And we've been talking since then and been cool since then.
That part. Where did they do that at?
Honey, did you see all the footage they was releasing with the elders sitting with her mama, and her auntie? And
with Shamia?
Yes.
No, I did not.
Oh, God. Okay.
No, you're not.
I'll have to send you that later.
Say it ain't so, Royaire.
So it was so. They was on there consoling and mothering her, I guess, eldering her. But anyways, so Shy.
So mama, why she stole a boy. We want to talk to your mama, Shamia.
Oh my God. Don't do Mama Morton like that. It was 2 years. They had to talk in 2
years. Okay. That's why. What's Portia's mother name again?
Miss Diane.
That's why Miss Diane told Portia, be careful of the snake. Be careful of the snake that brings you the bone. Okay.
Oh my God.
You know what? You know why she said that, Royaire? Because she didn't catch when Shamia's mother came behind her back
around
to make sure it don't happen to Portia.
Slithering around her daycare center and snatched to
the snake that brings the bone.
You talking about my mama who died in 2010?
Oh God! Square up, ho!
Square up, ho!
Listen.
Oh my God. Okay, sorry, y'all. We back.
We back. When you put the mamas in there, it gets nasty.
It get nasty. Okay, you better ask Contessa.
Oh God.
So Shy has come to the dinner. We haven't seen Shy in a little bit, but Shy has a full-time job. Okay, he works. He got to be at the office from 8 to 5, so he was able to show up, for Brooks's birthday dinner night too. Okay. Ava, FaceTime with Charlie. She was in the shower. She was like, "Look, I gotta call you back. Okay, I gotta go. Okay." Somewhere, let's see. Georgia announces that she has a new business after dinner is served. They all come out, they sit down. We're here to celebrate Charlie. And so Georgia announces that she has a new business, that she's going to be opening up, that Omar will be, facilitating for her financially. And so she goes on explaining how, she's going to open a bowling alley / club. And, she wants the feedback from everybody at the table. She explains it's going to be big music and, people are going to, it's going to be cafeteria serve style. You'll pick up a cafeteria plate and just all of this stuff. And everybody was just confused and lost and thought it was a horrible idea. And so they said that in their confessionals, but not in person, okay?
That's why we needed a freaking reunion. Because you got on Riley, for at least Riley told it to her face.
To her face.
And all of them got in the confessional. They a bunch of punks.
And so, Georgia, like she said, I want everybody's feedback, okay? Mm-hmm. And so Riley began to open up her mouth and give her feedback. And she said, never mind. And so everybody at the table, no, Riley, now you got to say it, Riley. No, say it, okay? And so Riley says, well, Georgia, this is a horrible idea, okay? Terrible idea. Worst idea I've ever heard in the mankind of ideas, okay? Just God. And so Riley said, who's going to be financing this? And so Georgia said, well, Omar is going to be financing this, okay? Amari said, well, listen, if I can give you any advice, I'm going to say, don't judge what people eat. I was very offended the other night when you were talking about my burger and my Ozempic. And Georgia said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I thought nothing of it. I was just talking. I totally apologize. And so then she went back into her cafeteria trays and how all of this stuff is going to happen with the food and everything, okay? And so Shy was a little irritated because he's like, Georgia, she just told you that, she had an issue with something that you did. You just jumped conversations like everything was okay and dandy. So, everybody was totally confused at the situation. Well, then when Riley finally spoke up and spoke her mind, everybody wanted to get down on Riley and say how that was just so mean and horrible. And so Miss Gia then decides to call out Riley and says, well, when you're drunk, you tend to be a little bit more harsh than when you are normally. Now I got to press pause right here because I got to get on Gia. When you first came into this group and Brooks was having an issue with Charlie and his sister, were you not fussing and going off on Brooks for what he said and messing with Charlie and all of these things? When Ava was talking about Ariana behind her back, and we know that Ariana can stand her ground, was you not all up in the business, all loud and doing all of this? Telling people that they offended people? When there was an issue just the other night with Charlie and Georgia and the comment of being slapped in the face, you was 10 toes down standing up for Charlie. But then when Riley asked your man how you would feel if somebody spoke to your girl like that, then you had a difference of opinion. You've been drunk all of this time as well.
Okay.
You was drunk down at your pool party when we was down in the backyard the other day. You was drinking. You was drinking down at Meredith's event with the
was it the caviar line?
So we all drink.
Okay.
And Ariana said that as well. And I didn't appreciate how how Gia was trying to make it seem like that Riley was just the drunk of the show and she can't control herself and she has all these issues. Everybody has been on this show intoxicated, talking out the side of their necks, including you. Now, I got to bring up this Diva as well because I seen this little clip and it sparked my attention. Okay.
Show it to us. Am I ready?
Now, here's Kayla. For those of y'all who don't know, this is Todd's daughter, okay? And she informed us that she made a pop-up on the show to defend Riley, okay?
And they didn't show it.
But they cut it from filming. Let's take a listen.
Ain't that a piece of mess?
I just want to say one thing. I just think it's so funny that the Next Gen NYC, they edit so much. They do that in shows in general, which I hate that. Like, that's part of the reason why I don't like the TV stuff. But I was there the last episode and I went up there to defend my sister, period.
Your sister?
No, of course, that was cut. Why was I cut? I have no clue. But I did defend my sister, y'all. I got time. I really don't. But yeah, they took that out last episode. Even
Kayla defended her sister, okay? Period.
You know what? I love those two got a full circle moment. Now, see, you know what? They don't want Kayla on that NYC Next Gen.
She gonna get on there like Todd, mama. You remember Todd?
Woo!
Miss Sharon.
Okay. It'll be the scheme that Kayla set up for the book. Okay. Child. Take up to defend her sister.
Period. Come on, Tucker Power. Period.
Come on now.
Okay. So Kayla said she came up there. She defended Riley, okay? Because Riley needed defending. So after Gia decided to open up her mouth, the same child of the mother that's around here flipping tables and ruining christenings and tearing up families and everything else, the same mama that went to jail for scamming and scheming, the same girl who's allegedly in some mess for scamming and scheming on papers, and you got the nerve to call out Riley? Have several seats, Gia. Several. So, Riley, unfortunately...
Andre said that Next Gen edit Ariana's sister, her older sister, out too. Ain't that a piece of mess?
Well, look, they said they a new show. They ain't got time to be paying you extra.
Mm-hmm. But you invited up there. No, they just didn't like what Kayla had to say.
Mm. Now she turned it out.
She turned it out.
She turned it out.
They should have showed it to us.
They definitely should have.
They punks. Because you know what? She probably shut all of it down. She probably shut it down in everybody.
That's how she came through like Mama Sharon. You know, to our mama, she was a match for Mama Joyce. They weren't going.
Child. Those ties was rough.
They was gonna kick each other's asses, okay? So just kind of rounded off this episode, you know, Riley gets up, she gets frustrated, she walks off. Shy says, y'all are a bunch of hypocrites, y'all some buttholes. She didn't say anything and anybody wasn't thinking, so he got up to go check on Riley. You know, Riley expressed her feelings of how she just kind of feels attacked by this group. It's always a double standard. You know, Shy was like, I totally get it, they were wrong. He said, you know, well, let's go back, let's try to apologize and move forward. They practiced a little apology. He played as Gia. Riley played as herself. It was a super cute moment. They all say happy birthday to Brooks. Brooks got his birthday cake. Riley came back and apologized. We all went into the house. Then an argument broke out between Shy, Riley, and Georgia. There was this privilege argument, you know. Shy said he really didn't understand why everybody was going through all this stupid drama because everybody is privileged in here. And said Georgia said, I'm not privileged. I only got $4,000 on my bank account.
And Georgia let it be known, okay? She kept it 100.
She kept it 100, but that is what I said at the beginning of this episode. The authenticity that everybody has brought to the show. It's authentic. It's real. It's not this made up drama foolishness. She is keeping it real. She ain't no hundredaire. She ain't no millionaire. She a thousandaire. She got $4,000 in her bank account. So, you know, Riley tells Georgia she is privileged. You know, your boyfriend is getting ready to pay for a business for you. He's getting ready to open up a business for you. Georgia says she worked hard for what she's worked for and where she's at today. And so they went back and forth. Riley asked if Georgia was dumb, you know, for making the comments that she made. And she said, now you're calling me dumb. No, I didn't call you dumb. I asked you if you were done. Then Ariana came out and was trying to defend, you know, Georgia and telling Riley she was doing too much. It was just a hot mess. It was a whole hot mess. And so that ended off episode 7 of Next Gen NYC.
I enjoyed it. You know, I think I'm emotional about the way they doing Riley. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You know, and I'm glad that she did have somebody Shy. Thank God he was able to come because remember he was working.
Yes.
So imagine if he didn't come, she would have had nobody. Excuse me. So thank God he was able to come. It was emotional for me.
Like Gia Mama. I said she would have flipped the table like Gia Mama. But I really, and I know I said this, but it really bothered me that they try to play this drinking thing on Riley. Like she was just the only one intoxicated during this whole weekend. Like that really bothered me with Gia's comment. That really when Gia woke up drunk the other day, she woke up saying that she wasn't feeling good and was intoxicated. So how dare you?
Right. What's the difference? I just, God bless Riley for being able to do this. She did the darn thing and she's absolutely gorgeous, but you could see in her face when she lit. Because when she was talking to Georgia about the privilege and they had that whole privilege conversation, she was lit.
She was turned up.
And then even with when they all were, but she was real, but she when she's turned up, she's different. Now, because when Charlie even said, I got a video of you last night. This is going back to when they was about to go to whatever. When he said, I got a video of you, and she's like, give me your phone. And like for you to be that young and not remembering stuff, it's not cool. So I don't know.
I hold everybody accountable. Everybody was drinking, everybody was drunk, everybody was acting foolish. And if it wasn't this episode, there has been a moment in this season that everybody has had a moment. And I don't like the way that they try to single out Riley. I just don't like it at all. And I'm not gonna stand for it. I am not.
I don't like it either. But
no.
I gotta deal with Riley for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I need Riley to come into the next season differently. Yeah, that's the best. That's the best I got. I want her to show up differently because she's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And when she's in them confessionals, she's slaying. And honey, she know how to use her words. Okay, she know how to talk because she let you know I didn't call you stupid.
I asked you.
Are you stupid? I said, honey, that education went well for Riley.
Okay. No, she got the girls together. She got them together.
She had it together. And she said, I'm not the one that said you privileged. But she said, but I can go back and forth with you if I need to. I said, oh, child, she's spicy. She got that Mama Joyce in her.
Mm-hmm.
Mama Joyce is running through her thick.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, she got that Mama Joyce in her. She sure do. So, you know, they had a good run. Like I said, we're gonna do the last episode tomorrow. But for sure, they had a good run.
Excellent run.
Yeah.
Excellent run. Mm-hmm. Really, really good for 8 episodes. You know, they had a great cast. I really enjoyed this episode. I mean, to me, every episode, I think I've rated every episode above a 7 all season long. Like, to me, this one is a 9. I gave this episode a 9.
I'm gonna give it a 9 too. I'm here for it. I like it. Yeah, Emmanuel said bring them all back. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I'm here for it. But they're young. I do want the drinking to cut back. And Bravo should know better because they got into so much trouble with the drinking with the Housewives series. Mm-hmm. So why would they even be showing this on our TV, encouraging all of this like this is interesting to me. But other than that, I'm here for it. I'm here for Ava getting an apartment.
So Ava had an apartment and she got evicted allegedly.
See, I'm gonna slap you. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. So yeah, well, I'm here for it. Next season. She's settled in and you know, she has an apartment I that she's able to stay in. So I'm hoping that, you know, we see that for Ava. He said, we just heard about Cynthia's daughter, Emmanuel. Who else?
I heard possibly Cynthia's daughter, but I haven't seen any other people. Do you know of anybody? If so, let us know. Let us know.
Let us know, Emmanuel.
Yes.
See, Sass, I like Brooks. I love Brooks actually.
I'm so tired of Brooks' voice. Yeah, I love Brooks is like top tier favorite. Yeah. Right next to Riley and Ariana for sure. He is definitely one of my top tier favorites.
He's my fave for sure. I love Brooks. And even when they was arguing at the dinner table, this was definitely a surprise. Yes, it was.
It was.
Yes, it was, Jaden. Yes, it was.
I was doubtful at first too. I was when I first seen it.
Yeah. I was like,
but they showed up and showed out.
Definitely, yeah. And I like the way surprise masterpiece. Yeah. I agree with you on that. Mm-hmm. I love Brooks. I don't know what it is about him. And when they was at the table arguing, and they were saying like he was just kind of like daydream because he don't like conflict. and he was like, I should have went with my mom. Like,
I responded to that email she sent me. I need a straw because I do not put my lips on cups.
I don't know. Something about Brooks I really do love. And you know what else I love? I love that this cast is mixed. And that they all respect each other and get along. Like, you know, I just love it. Like everybody has their own personality, so to speak. and we got a good blend of a group, and nobody's like digging in anybody, like just trying to be nasty, so to
It's
speak.
Charlie.
Uh, uh, well, yeah, you know, Charlie has his ways or whatever. But what I mean by that is we got Emira, right? We got the boyfriends and the boyfriends and the girlfriends and the this and the that or whatever, and everybody is just blending like all is well. And I really wish if the world could do this, Royaire, it would be a better place.
It really would be.
It would be a better place. They're all just blending so nicely. And I think that's part of why I'm here for it too.
Yeah. It's been a great season. I'm super excited about season 2. Hopefully they'll do a LA version of it. I can't even imagine who they will put on LA. I've never watched Beverly Hills or anything like that. So I don't know who they would have that's old enough, but I'm sure there's plenty of people to do it. Maybe not Kathy Hilton. What's her sister? Maybe they could do a few of her girls on there because I know she's got a couple of girls.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
The name is on my mind right now. But there's a lot of kids that could be on this LA version. It's going to be interesting.
It is.
But they got big shoes to follow.
My Instagram.
They got big shoes to follow.
They do. Well, any final thoughts before we go, Auntie?
No, I'm here for it. I loved it. I will be watching next season, and just so y'all know, we will be recapping the next season. We all need to write Andy because I really feel like Kyle Richards. Come on, Jaden, you better tell us the names.
Yeah,
Kyle Richards, kids. I'm really here for it, but we gotta talk to Andy because we need a reunion.
Yes, I agree.
Can you make this bigger? I don't know if I'm liking this.
I made it as big as much as I could.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I'm feeling this, Cash Ray.
I don't either. I don't know half of these girls. Okay, so we have Noelle. We have Amelia. I don't know who Amelia is. Sophia. Sophia looks familiar. Sammy. I'm not sure who she is. Preston. I'm not sure who he is. I know Sky Jackson. Alabama Baker.
Barker.
I
forgot who child she is. Jody Woods. The Maloof sons. One Barker. That one down at the bottom. Wait, Sasuke said, I thought so. Alabama Barker will be major trouble. You know, this one at the bottom row, over the girl. She reminded me, is that Mary J. Blige stepdaughter?
Oh, I don't know.
Remember that Mary J. Blige stepdaughter was on one of the shows?
No, I did not know that. I know she had a stepdaughter, but I didn't know. What was she on Love and Hip Hop? I mean, no.
Oh, come on, y'all. Y'all be knowing this stuff. So Emmanuel says those are the daughters of Lisa Renner, Kyle, and Denise Richards, and the son of Scottie Pippen. Which one is Scottie Pippen's son? Oh,
with the glasses.
Oh my God, this thing gonna be messy. And wait, Jaden gave us. Jaden said Kyle Richards, so the Kyle Richard kids on there. And Preston is Losa's son. She's from somebody's. Oh, you saying the girl at the bottom is from Dance Moms, Emmanuel? Bottom guy in the red is Alabama Barker's brother. Travis Barker is their father. The one that's married to the Kardashian. Am I on the right path here? Growing up hip hop, her name was Brianna. Is that her at the bottom? But no, somebody says she's from Dance Moms. Child. Sasuke said none of Kyle's kids are on there. Kyle's kids are older.
Yeah, I didn't think any of her kids were. Yeah. I didn't recognize anybody. Okay.
Child. Yes, Diva. The girl is from Dance Mom, and the last guy is Heather DeBro's son. Child, you know what? This thing gonna be messy. Woo!
This girl do look familiar from Dance Moms. Now that he's saying that.
Yeah, this thing gonna be messy.
Okay, I'm here for Noelle. I'm here for Scottie Pippen. I'm here for this Bama girl. And I can do the Dance Mom girl. I don't know about Sky Jackson.
She need the money though. Didn't she just have a baby? Isn't that the one who baby
Yeah.
acting a fool? Let's give her this check. She need this check.
Okay.
This check. We gotta give her this check. We gonna give her this check. Well, honey, you could. This picture of Preston is messy. He gonna. He gonna be messy. Is
Yeah.
Noel? See, Noel should have moved to New York. I think she would have fit in better, but she must like LA. You gotta live where you like. I think she would have fit in better in the New York crowd. This one right here is going to give her a run for her money. This is going to be messy. Yeah. You can tell Preston is messy. I don't even know him. I can tell by that picture.
Preston's messy. The dance mom girl is messy, and the Bama girl, she gonna be messy.
Oh my God!
And Jody looks like she gonna be messy.
Who's at the top? On the other end of Noel, who's that over there? Who's that?
Now, that I cannot recognize her. I don't know who she is, but it says okay, Noel. Sammy Sheen.
Wait! Hold on. Amelia is what's her name? Son, daughter. From that got kicked off the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Tiny.
What's her name? That's her daughter. Oh, this is gonna be
Lisa. No, not Lisa Rinna.
Yeah, that's who. Yeah, because
okay, Lisa Rinna.
Her husband last name is Hamlin. Yeah, Lisa. Thank you, Emmanuel. Lisa Rinna's daughter. Ah, Sugar Shack. All right, when this coming on? This gonna be messy.
This is gonna be messy.
Now, who this girl on the end? I recognize Sophia Umansky, but wait a minute. Umansky is Kyle Richards' ex-husband name. So one of Kyle kids is on here. Umansky is Kyle Richards' real last name. She just kept Richards. Yeah, you are right. Sasuke, the third girl, is Kyle's daughter. Thank you, Manuel. Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah. So that one next to her is Sammy Sheen. That's Charlie and Denise Richards' daughter. Okay. Well, we gotta give her a job. I'm here for the Pippin kid. I'm here for the kid. Shy, we gonna give her, let her have this check. Alabama Barker, yeah, she going. Jody Woods, how do we know Jody?
I don't know Jody.
Is
she related to Jordan Woods?
That's what I was going to ask. Is that her sister?
Maybe that's her sister.
Yeah, they all trouble. You ain't never lied, Lakeisha. They all trouble. Is Jody Woods Jordan Woods' sister? Because she looks like Jordan. Yes, they
Jordan
yes.
Woods' sister. Yes.
Show. This gonna be a show.
This is.
Who are these? They from what reality show was their mother on? The brothers. I forgot which version it was.
Kyle's ex best friend.
Kylie Jenner. Kylie's Jenner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Jenners. Yeah, okay. All right. No, this gonna be a show. This gonna be a show. It's gonna be a show. We here for it. All right, LA. All right, LA. Honey, that picture of Preston, he gonna be work.
He finna tear this TV down.
He gonna tear this TV down.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna tear this TV down. Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen. This is the possible cast for LA, for Beverly Hills. Let's see.
Oh, Adrian was from Beverly Hills. Okay. I know. I remember her a little bit on Beverly Hills, but you know what though? I'm here for this cast. I'm here for the cast.
She kissed her man.
Oh no! Remember, Jordan was accused by Khloe Kardashian of kissing Tristan, and then that's when they fell out. And Jordan was living with Khloe, she was living with Kylie Jenner's. She was living with Kylie Jenner, and then when she was accused of kissing Tristan, they booted her out the family. They couldn't be friends with her no more. So yeah, this is gonna be
messy. This is too much for me.
It's gonna be a show. It's gonna be a show. It's gonna
Well,
be a show.
if that's the case, we might as well throw one of the Jenner sisters on here. Go get Kylie and was it Kylie and whatever the other one is.
Yeah, but
Kendall.
it's gonna be a show. I'm here for it.
Yes. All righty. Well, listen, Diva, I'm curious about this one. They have sparked my interest.
They have sparked my interest.
We
Okay.
definitely need Noelle though. We need a calm from all of this storm because these are stormy people. These are stormy.
Well, listen. Let's be clear, Royaire. We didn't know Riley was gonna be Riley. We don't know what we about to get with Noelle.
Yeah.
And you see, and you know what? I'm here for Kayla. She said, no, I came up there and I spoke up for my sister.
10 toes down.
10 toes down.
Who's gonna check me, boo?
Come on. The Tuckers and the Barrises, they better go ahead. They done got their family together. She said my sister.
One, okay.
My sister.
We are Tuckers.
They need, you know what? We gotta write to Andy, or we gotta go in any chat. She needs to be a regular cast member. The sister.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to be a regular cast member, and we need a reunion.
We do.
We need a reunion.
We definitely do. Mm-hmm. Well, everybody, that has been our recap of episode 7 of Next Gen NYC. Make sure you have hit the like button on Diva's channel, Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva, and Royaire's World. Make sure if you're not a subscriber to subscribe and share this live. And shout out to the rewatch crew. We appreciate all of y'all that come through and rewatch after we go off. Make sure you join us tomorrow for the season finale, episode 8 of Next Gen NYC. We have finished up the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So if you missed any of those 20 episodes that we did together, you can go back and watch any one of those on either one of our channels. Hit that like button for us on those videos. Make sure you join Diva tonight for trending topics around 8:30. Turn on your notification bells on all. That way you see each and every time we post a video with you in mind. After this, we're going to take a little break and then we'll come back with some new shows. So continue to stay tuned to our channels and keep up with us. We truly love and appreciate each and every one of y'all for joining us every week to recap these shows. Have you seen the new episodes of
Love and Marriage?
Uh-huh.
No, I haven't.
I haven't either. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? Well, yeah, it's funny. Once I fall out of something, I like fall all the way out.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, they started to really get on my nerves, and I just never went back to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it is what it is, but no, I have not. Like, see, I can connect with this next gen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, Sasuke, Royaire is. You got to get
back on that, y'all. Yes. I will be back on that. So bear with me.
Mm-hmm. Because Ashanti, she another one. She work. Ashanti is work.
She's a special individual, but she worked. Mm-hmm. We'll be back with that, so stay tuned with that as well.
All right, y'all. No, that's everything.
All righty. Well, listen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and we will catch y'all next time. Good night and goodbye.